And welcome to another edition of Kano Local TV, being brought to you by CEO Management and DV Tracksuits. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Hopefully, everybody finds themselves well today on this beautiful day. It is the new year. I'm excited to be here. And I hope everybody's focused on the new year. What's going on, Mr. Shelton? What's good with you, bro? Shit, man. I had a great year last year. I'm not one of those that does the New Year resolution type thing, man. I'm one of those persons that always has goals in mind, and I set my goals day by day. Crush the Legend was good. Hey, man, your live the other day, man, it went for like a minute and then it cut off, bro. I don't know what happened to your live, bro. Like disappeared. But anyway, salute to you. I'm like, damn, man, I'm in there getting ready to go into work. I turned the damn live on and shit, and then about a minute and some change later, the motherfucker's offline, and it didn't last. And I'm like, whoa, what happened here? So you must have had some technical difficulties, or something went wrong, or either your phone died. I don't know. I don't know what happened, man. But it just, I don't know what happened. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? But and I'll be checking you out because you be early in the morning, man. I just be sitting at getting ready to go into work and shit like that, man. So it's a good listen, always a good listen, man. You know. So, but what did happen though, Crush? What's going on, Village Brothers? How you doing, man? But yeah, man. I mean, I hope everybody has a happy New Year and all that other good stuff, man. I'm not one of those that says, well, in this new year, I'm going to do this and that and that and that and that, and then never do shit. You know what I'm saying? Not one of those, man. For those that know me very well, man, I'm one of those that set goals daily. So I already have notes of things that I want to achieve in the future. It's not a year by year thing. It's a day by day thing. So every day I am striving to do something better. Like if I want to lose weight, just for an example, I'm not doing that on the new year. Why are you gonna wait for the new year? You start working on that day to day. Damn the new year. You gotta always work on yourself every day. Third game was good with you, man. And that's how I live life, man. That's like, as everybody knows, I stopped smoking. It's been about a month and some days, month and some hours. I mean, that was something that was kind of forced upon me, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't wait for the new year for it. When they gave me the news, I'm like, oh yeah, that's gonna be my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna stop smoking. No, I grabbed the cigarettes and threw them away that same day. We gonna start right now. What we waiting on? What are we waiting on? Ain't no need to wait. So everything I do is a day by day thing, man. It's not a New Year resolution thing, man. And shout out to those who do have New Year's resolutions, man. I'm not trying to shit on your parade or nothing like that, man. If that's how you do it, that's by all means, man, handle your business, man. But I think that's a recipe for disaster and a recipe for failure when you could be setting up goals on a day-to-day basis instead of waiting on a new year to start doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to make extra money. Why are you going to wait on the new year? Oh, yeah, the new year, man. I'm going to look for another hustle, man. Start looking for that hustle now. K-Rod, what's good with you, man? All right, man, let me leave the New Year's resolution thing alone, man, because people going to get mad, man, and they going to be like, damn, man, you a Grinch, man. You don't even celebrate holidays, and now you want shit on the New Year's thing, too. No, I'm not shitting on your New Year, man. Happy New Year to you, man. I stopped doing New Year's resolution in my late 20s, man, going towards my goals day by day. Yeah, Village Brothers, man. And the thing about it is you give them this type of advice, man, and they take it like you hate, man, or like you're shitting on their parade. And instead of taking in that I'm giving you some game. What's going on, Fields? How you doing? Peace and blessings to you. I ain't shitting on their parade or nothing like that, man. I'm just trying to give them some gems, man. And listen, man, this was a sporadic kind of live and shit, man. Really wanted to say Happy New Year's, man, but I do see some news out here, you know what I'm saying? And I know that Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is supposedly, man, maybe happening. Just Do Boxing. That was me yesterday, Just Do. How you doing, Chocolate Thunder, Tay-Tay? That was me, Just Do, man. I couldn't text you, man, because anytime I go to text you, there's like more than one number saved on my phone, Just Do. I don't know which one the damn text, and I'm not going to go any, mini, mighty, mo and send a text, man. So I got to fix that and figure out which one's your actual number and which one ain't. Because I ain't going to play phone tag with that, man. And, what's going on, Jose Diaz? I want to be first and say, man, that I'm probably in the minority, that I don't have a problem with Terrence Crawford getting this Canelo fight. That's first of all, man. I don't have a problem with it. I know a lot of people have a problem with it. I know that there's weight classes for a reason, and a lot of people are saying that Canelo's probably 6 rounds up, right? Canelo is probably 6 rounds up. Let me see. Before the fight even starts. I get that. I understand that, right? But you as a fighter, as somebody like Bud Crawford, and see, I got you in there, bro. But why do I got one more number? Okay, all right, cool. I don't know why I got more than one number on you, bro. I'll fix that, though. I'll fix it. Matter of fact, I'll probably call you a little later, man. Shoot. But I don't have a problem with somebody like Terrence Crawford, who did everything he's done in his career. I know a lot of people criticize his resume, but I no longer do that because, you know what I'm saying? Like, he beat Spence, bro. Once you did that, man, like, everything else to me is like forgiven, bro. Like, you that dude, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what the circumstances were, man. You accomplished it, and at 140, you did what you had to do over there too. 135, you did what you had to do. So I don't have I don't have a problem with him saying, you know what, man, looking at everything out here in the landscape and at the age that Bud Crawford is at, damn, bro, I think if I was in his shoes, I'd be wanting that, Tommy, man. I'm glad that you're here, Tommy, because I tried to send you a DM on Instagram, and you haven't read it yet, but you was trying to go live yesterday, right? Let me go ahead and talk to Tommy real quick, man. Y'all give me a minute, man. The chat was disabled, so you were going live, and we couldn't even talk to you, bro. And that's probably why you were ending the live, or I don't know if the live was cutting off on you. We couldn't type to you, Tommy. It was not allowing the chat. The chat was disabled on the live. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to DM you immediately on Instagram, and I don't know, man. I guess you got anyway, man. I don't know what you got to do to correct that, because I ain't never had that problem, man. But I suggested what you do is, if you got more than one device, when you do go live, go check it out on your other device to make sure everything's running good, man. Because, man, I'm over here like, where do I type? Where do I say salute at? I can't even say hi to Tommy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, don't always, I don't know what happened, man. I don't care what nobody say about him. He did what we asked him to do. Yeah, Dirt Gang, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm like, bro, if I was 38, 39 years old, I think somewhere in there is where Bud Crawford's at, bro, I'd be looking for that Canelo fight, too. Come on, man. Let's just keep it a buck, man. Let's just keep it a buck, man. You done accomplished everything you've accomplished already in boxing, right? Bruh, would you not be going for that big, humongous bag, that last big hoorah, that big bang for your buck type of shit? You know what I'm saying? That's what I be going for, that Canelo fight. Oh, okay, Tommy, that's probably why you cut it off then, because you realized it was doing that. All right, cool. Not only that, man, Bro, y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I don't think this is far-fetched. I think Bud Crawford can beat Canelo's ass. I don't. I'm not in. I'm in the minority. I'm not in that section that thinks that Crawford is about to get. That if Crawford gets clipped, man, it's over for him. I don't believe that. Make that paycheck for your family. Yeah, I don't believe that. He deserves it. If Earl won, we'll be saying the same thing, Kano. And that's what I'm saying, third game. We got to be fair across the board, man. What's going on, Jamboree? We got to be fair across the board, man. I was okay with Earl Spence when he was trying to get that Canelo fight. I was perfectly fine with it. So ain't no way in the world that I could sit here and say otherwise for Bud Crawford. King Vonnie was good with your man. So if I was okay with Earl trying to get that fight, I'm damn sure okay with Bud Crawford getting it. Bud Crawford beat Spence. We gotta stop getting in our feelings and basing everything off of who we like and who we don't like. And bruh, man, the dude deserves a shot, man. He deserves to go after that kind of fight. You know what I'm saying? I got Bud doing a Lara impression with more power, Bud all day. I'm nervous though. I'm not nervous, man. And I'm gonna tell you why, man. Cause I'm not doubting Bud Crawford no more. When it comes to shit like that, I'm not doubting him no more. I can't doubt him, man. I mean, we sitting here talking about somebody that's the same height as Canelo Alvarez, right? They're the same height. Not only are they the same height, who got the reach advantage? I think Bud Crawford got the way longer reach advantage. Can he box? Absolutely, he could box. For the record, I was never for either of them fighting Roy Nello. I'm the same way. He's a very dangerous stop matchup for Canelo if he uses his fundamentals to give him the momentum to win against Canelo. I just think he can pull it off, though. I truly believe he can pull it off. Now, the thing that I do want to correct, because I know a lot of people didn't really get this, is that it won't be for undisputed, because William Skoll is the IBF champion, because when Canelo Alvarez decided to go the Edgar Berlanga route, instead of fighting William Skoll, he lost the IBF title. So it would not be for undisputed. William Skoll's got the IBF title, which is the next thing that I'm going to lead into, man, because being that he has the IBF title, guess who's trying to make a fight with William Skoll? None other than Edgar Berlanga. And if Edgar Berlanga somehow gets that fight and gets that IBF title, guess what we'll have again, man? And don't say that I didn't tell you so. Edgar Berlanga Canelo Part 2. That's if the Crawford fight somehow doesn't happen, right? With how corrupt boxing is, I don't like it. I get the part. I get the part where you believe he's gonna get robbed on the cards. I get it. But I think it's I'm gonna say it's a 60-40. I'm a favor Bud Crawford. I don't understand how. I'm sorry, I just don't see Crawford as that big, as an underdog. I don't. You talking about a flat-footed Canelo? Well, this man can't move. Canelo can't move. He's got upper body movement. He ain't got no feet, though. You mean to tell me y'all don't think Bud Crawford can school this man? Y'all don't think Bud Crawford can buzz this man and even hurt him? I think he can. I truly believe he can, man. If Bud beats Canelo, what's going on, Ashley's Corner? Happy New Year's to you, too. If Bud beats Canelo, does that make him the pound-for-pound #1 fighter based on skill? His resume will be stacked. If he beats him, I want to see Bud make history for 3-division world champion for undisputed. K-Rod, it won't be for undisputed, though, at 168. It would not. I'm telling you, William Skoll has the IBF title. Canelo lost the IBF title when he went and decided not to fight William Skoll, who was his mandatory. So he ended up fighting Edgar Berlanga next. And that's why if Bud and Canelo do happen, it won't be for undisputed. Won't be for undisputed, man. Exactly, Jose. He's got two bad knees and shit, man. I don't see, man. I mean, I just 60-40 for Bud is what I see. I guess I'm in the minority, man, because a lot of people think Bud gonna get thrashed. I guess I'll be in the minority, but I'm not gonna doubt him. I know that. I ain't doubting that man going into any fight no more. And would Bud be number one pound for pound? If he beats Canelo Alvarez, absolutely would be number one pound for pound and one of the all-time greats. With a vibranium chin and power like Colossus and juiced up like Bane. Yeah, he's probably going to be juiced up. You're right about that. If Bud ends up winning against Canelo and unified to win the division, it would be huge, man. I actually think Terrence Crawford would damn retire if he beats Canelo. Like, if I was him, I would. But like I said, if that fight does not happen, and from what I'm hearing, Edgar Berlanga and William Skoll are trying to get a fight together versus each other for that IBF title. And let's just say, because I believe Edgar Berlanga could beat William Skoll. Let's just say Edgar Berlanga wins that IBF title. What are we in position for again? We will be looking at Edgar Berlanga and Canelo Part 2. And I don't think that's going to make a lot of people happy at all. So, for some weird reason, we need Canelo and Bud Crawford to happen, and we need Bud Crawford to win. For the sake of boxing, we need Canelo and Crawford to happen. Oh, I'll give you that. We need that to happen and hope that Crawford wins so we don't get Berlanga Canelo Part 2. Because we don't need to see that right now. And, I got love for Edgar Berlanga, but I don't want to see that rematch right now. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to see that right now, man. Off topic, what kind of shot do you give Morrell? What kind of shot do you think Morrell has? Well, listen, man, I know I'm against the grain with Jose Diaz because Jose Diaz is a big David Morrell fan, and he says he's ready and all that other good stuff, man, but I say that's more like that's also a 60-40 fight, and I'm going to put the 60 on David Benavidez. I have to see. They're going to have to make me a believer, man, when it comes to somebody beating David Benavidez. I have to see it. I just have to see it, man. Joe Townsend was good with you, man. Tank Davis could move up and fight here, man. Look, I ain't going to. I told y'all a while ago, I'm not going to. I don't have. Look, man, I told you I'm different, man. I just don't even have a problem with Tank Davis, doing what he's doing. I just really don't. I just really don't, man. The man already told you what it is with him. Once a man tells you what he's going to do and what his path is, I just let him be because they're telling you what they're going to do. Yeah, so, I don't. That's why you don't see me making bashing videos on Tank Davis because I already know. I told y'all years ago that he told y'all he's a prize fighter. So why are y'all mad at him for being a prize fighter? At least he ain't, like Canelo's the one that lies to you and says he's daring to be great. But cherry picks. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Like I don't have that kind of issue, man. You know what I'm saying? His fans won't let it be. The ring doesn't lie. I hear you, Jose Diaz, man. And listen, man, if you're right, I'm gonna tell you you're right. But I got Benavidez winning this fight, man. I really do, man. And like I was, trying to say, because I know Just Do did his live yesterday, and he was talking about, that the VADA thing was being brung up, and I say it doesn't matter because that it was brung up in that press conference is actually a good thing because whether we think he did in the past or not, right? Whether we think he did in the past or not, we damn sure know he ain't gonna be dirty in this fight, because what do we know for sure? There's gonna be VADA testing in this fight. So anything in the past is irrelevant. It's gonna be irrelevant. It's gonna be a clean fight. They both gonna have to test VADA. So, you know, I mean, it was a good thing to bring up and wonder about the past fights and all that, but I don't think it affects the present. I don't think it affects the fight at hand right now, unless it's a mental thing, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I don't know, man. That's just me, man. That's the way I look at it, man. But shit, you know, like I said, man, I'm a little bit more laid back on shit like that, man. Now listen, I know I said Teofimo Lopez versus Subriel Matias isn't signed yet, but they're definitely in the talks and all that other good stuff. I see that Bob Arum is reluctant to put it on pay-per-view. I think it behoove him not to put it on pay-per-view. I just think that at this day and age, man, a lot of these pay-per-views, I'm rocking with Morrell, but I'm a little biased. Morrell has to win with his movement and reach advantage. And Jose Diaz says he's never tested positive. Jose Diaz, I know that. Shay girl, how you doing? Happy New Year. Shay, Jose Diaz, you're my brother. Love you to death and all that, man. But the problem that he's never tested positive is that on some of the fights they didn't even test him, Jose. And that's where the question marks was coming up, man. And I'm not trying to get on you or anything like that, but you know, those are the ones that leave question marks, and that would be for any fighter, Jose Diaz. Any fighter that hasn't tested for set amount of fights, we're gonna look at them that way. We're gonna be like, we're gonna wonder. It's a speculation. We can't put the jacket on him, right? We can't say for sure. We can't say he did. We can't say he didn't. And that's my point. When you can't say yes or no, you're going to speculate. People are going to, look, human beings are like that. We're going to speculate. We're going to wonder. Was he clean? Was he not? Was he always clean or was he not? You know? And that's where the disconnect comes in, and I'm not saying he's a dirty fighter. That's not what I'm saying. But is there doubt in the back of my mind? There's always going to be doubt unless you prove me. It's got to be proven 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be like, we got to get to the point where these fighters have to test every single fight, which is what I don't understand why they don't go to that. You know what I'm saying? I just think that would take all the question marks out of everybody's mind. If they just did VADA testing across the board for every fight that's out there, you could never have that doubt. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, okay, they're testing. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely room for speculation, but I hope it's not true. Well, we're not going to never know, Tommy. We're never going to know because, you know, we're not going to know. They're testing. Both Davids are testing for this fight, so you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is at this point, you know what I'm saying? But that's the way I see it, man. But anyway, Teofimo Lopez and Subriel Matias, look, I don't really want to talk so much about the fight itself, but the fact that they're debating pay-per-view or not, I think they need to go with not. I think they need to go with not, and I think what hurts it right now is that they got greedy, and they are charging so much for pay-per-views that people are stealing the fights. I think if they put a reasonable price on some of these pay-per-views instead of this crazy numbers that they're putting up there, that more people would be inclined. There's still going to be people that steal it, right? But more people will be inclined to pay, let's say, a $19.99 for a pay-per-view. People be more inclined to put a 20-piece on there rather than an 80-piece to watch a card, you know? And then they want to charge 80 and then don't have a good undercard for it. And that's where they mess up at, man. If you're going to have a pay-per-view, fine. Stack the whole card. Make it to where people saying, shit, I'm getting my money's worth on here. This whole card is fire, you know? But that's not the case. We don't get that. If randomized drug tests was held under a competitive market system to fighters daily that's held through a network that hosts fight cards, that would be good. Ideally, it should be set up that way to prevent cheating in boxing fights. He's not going to fight Matias. Hell, we don't know. He probably won't. I don't know. Nothing signed yet, so what are we going to do about it? You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the pay-per-view in itself. 40, 50 is reasonable, most pay-per-views. Yeah, Shay Girl. You know, and but some of them, would y'all agree that some of them that they put on there are worth $20? And see, that's the thing. I think it should be based on the card you're throwing. Because I'm going to tell you something. I've seen some stacked pay-per-views, some stacked cards that I did not mind paying the $80. I gave them $80 up quick because they set up all the matches perfectly, and they were all fights that I wanted to see, right? I gave that $80 up quick. It's been years, but I did it, right? Then you got the $40 to $50 ones that Shade Girl is saying that maybe have a good main event and a co-main event, right? Especially if the undercard is lacking. T.O. is a duck for a good fighter, yeah. And there's just some of them that I'm like, man, $20 is all this shit is worth. You know? Turkey got the February 21st card for $25. And see, that's what I'm talking about, Dirt Gang. $25, that's lovely. T.O. versus Cambosos was supposed to be on pay-per-view, and that fell off quickly. Triller was stupid. Man, Triller, man. There's a lot of promotional companies, man. The TNK fell off. Triller fell off. What's another one? Triller wasn't the one that had that Bud Crawford fight, right? It was another fucking entity, right? A lot of them, it's not that they're bad intention. It's just that what happened to T.O. and Boots sounds like T.O. is linking himself to fighters for clout. That's what it sounded like to me. Damn, what was the one that was that? Was Triller? What was that shit? I can't remember, man. I remember when Ring City, I wonder what happened to Ring City USA. They were putting out some dope ass cards. And then boom, they disappeared. Ring City had some dope ass cards, man. Oh, BLK Prime, Shade Girl, that was it. Yep. Ring City had like the Billies. They had the motherfucking Najee Lopez is back in the day. They had the motherfucking they had the what was it in Billy and man, there's a lot of good fighters that I saw on there, man. That when Ring City USA fell off, I don't know what happened. I have no idea what. Yeah, Ring City was a great promotion. I don't know what happened to it. They must have either lost a lot of money or they didn't like the way the money was coming in and they said it ain't worth it. That's might be what happened to that network right there. They might have said, hey, this ain't worth it, man. Oh, Charles Conwell was on Ring City at one time too. Yeah. Damn. Man, listen, I put up a lot of shorts. I put up what was that shit, man? That goddamn man, the Nate Campbell, man, there's 4 parts to it, man. If you did not watch all 4 parts, man, y'all missing out, man. And I believe part 2 is the one he talks about. You know what? Let me do this. I don't mind doing this. Hold on. Let me let y'all hear. I'll let y'all hear part 4. How about that? Let me just do this. Where is it at? Nate Campbell. Let me see. Where are we at? Where are we at? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Is this it? There we go. Who always y'all gotta hear this. Hey man, Nate, man, I gotta ask you this because I've been one of those people who always defend Don King's name. I don't know how much you could talk about this or not, but I think he gets a bad rep. And could you enlighten us a little bit about how good Don King is and why he's getting a bad rep?
Well, a lot of folks don't hate this. Don gets a bad rep because he is the black guy. And when he started out, he was the only black guy. He is the only black guy in the history of boxing to ever do what he's done. And Don King is, I'll be honest with you, I went into my contract with Don King expecting him to be hard. And the truth was, he wasn't. He never stole from me. He's business. Don's 100% business. And you go in there and talk, hey, man, look here. Look how we gonna do this now. And he'll talk you down through it, and everything he tells you, everything he tells you is what it's gonna be. And I'm gonna tell you something. It's a lot of folk that'll tell you about the money Don took back from them. Don stole my money. Well, you ain't telling everybody you borrowed. You had a $5 million fight. You borrowed $3 million. He took your $3 million back and gave you $2 at the end. Whose fault is that? They don't tell you that part. They don't tell you that you down there in Vegas telling Don wire me $100,000 and he do it. Now he take his $100,000 back. Now you mad with the world. Well, able to give you his $100,000. But I've also seen Don King, heard of Don King advancing a guy $2 million. The guy go out and have a great fight and win, and he don't take the $2 million back because he'll make that money with you down the road.
Yeah, that's the part they don't talk about.
They don't talk about that. DK paid me every nickel he ever promised.
So. All right. So y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw that. There was like 8 more minutes left on that video, okay? 8 more minutes left on that video, but that all them videos are uploaded. That was part 2. In case y'all want to know, it's on my channel under videos. That's Nate Campbell, part 2. I got part 1 on there, part 2, part 3, and part 4. There's 4 parts. The 4th part was a longer one because I didn't want to break it into a 5th part. So part 4 will be like 16 minutes and some change and shit because I figured 4 parts was enough. You know what I'm saying? But how you doing, Shaquila? Yeah, Nate kept it a buck, man. And Jack, I didn't play 2 seconds. I played way more than I should have because y'all should have been over there listening to this shit. It was uploaded for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I listen, I did that on purpose because there's a lot of people that refuse to talk the same way. The way they wanted to shit on Don King, which I knew was a lie because I knew Don King was actually a good promoter. It's not the way they want to shit on. They won't say that about the Oscars of the world. They won't say that about the Bob Arums of the world. They get passes and shit. So I felt I had to bring that up, man, just so it could be publicly said again. So yes. So I put a short up on it. I also put that video up on my channel. And I got 4 parts. All 4 are good. All 4 of them parts are good. I mean, I'll give y'all a little preview of part 4 as well, man. So y'all know that just so y'all can get an idea of how the kind of cooking we were doing.
Back to back.
You know what I'm saying? Just so we can have an idea. Here go another part.
One year I was I run up both times, both of them. Dude, nobody gets it.
Shit.
Nobody gets it. Man, look here. It was dudes that were hanging their foot in your ass back in the day. This guy that would do you dirty. This guy that would do you dirty, man. One no ifs, ands, buts, and maybes, baby. You had to come see somebody. And what happened was you got strength and conditioning guys who just know how to hit the mitts. They learn how to hit the mitts to get you in shape. That are trying to teach guys how to fight. And you watch these guys take these kids down to these national tournaments and don't change them one iota, and the kid lose every round because the guy got in his corner don't know how to remember whole mitts. And it ain't the same when you're sitting right there looking at it. And this shit don't look like this. It look like this.
Yep.
You got.
Oh, y'all saw that? Y'all saw that? What the hell? All right. Nate fought in that ring in the amateurs. Yep. Hey, man, yes, he did. Yes, he did. Dirt Gang, you paid attention. You actually watched the videos. You heard everything he said. You heard everything he said, man. Hey, I'm telling you, man, if y'all missed them 4 parts, y'all need to go check them out, man. You know, I took the time to have a sit down with him. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't live that far from Nate Campbell, okay? I have conversations with him for 2 and 3 hours at a time that I don't even record. So for me to say, you know what? I'm going to have one of these on the block conversations with Nate. Let me turn the camera on this time so my viewing audience gets an idea of the way that the conversations end up going. Let me let y'all in on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Bro, had I had the 2.5 hour conversation we had before that on video, bro, there was so many gems in that motherfucker. That shit was so fire that I'm mad that I didn't have it on wax. Nate is right about, I remember hearing a documentary, Hula says chart, where he said he doesn't believe in pad work and heavy punching. Combo works out made him better. Yep. Jab, man, and act. I don't know what we building on Saturday, bro. But hey, you never know, man. You never know with Kano, man. You never know with Kano. We gonna figure something out, though, man. You know what I mean? Where the fuck was I at anyway? Because I got all these screens in my face now. I was talking about pay-per-views, man. You know what? Fuck all that shit, man. Fuck all that shit. And what I did too was I put a lot of shorts up, man. Also, man, I gotta figure out a way. Damn, did I put a video out this morning? I did. Shit, I'm over here live, man, and I had a video set. I had a video set up for 8 o'clock, man. Shit, man. Let me get up off of here, man. My bad, man. My bad, man. Listen, man, Happy New Year's to everybody, man. This always brought to you by CL Management, DV Tracksuits. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC. Kano Local TV. Man, we out of here, man.